So I'm actually a co-sponsor of the Housing Trust Fund, for the City of Providence. In terms of housing affordability, the average person cannot purchase a home in the City of Providence. And in fact, with a median income household of about $40,000, you would have to make, for the average person, you would actually have to make about $70,000 to afford a two-bedroom home. That's data from Housing Works, which means most people in Providence are cost burdened. They're paying over 30% of their income on housing. So we have one of the oldest housing stocks. We have low housing stock. Not only do we need to build more housing through zoning reform, but also making real investments in the South Side and other communities, more density. We also need to look at some of these houses, again, that are boarded up, to repair them, to build communities. There are models where we can have inclusionary zoning. West Elmwood housing. That is a model that should be implemented in every neighborhood. We also need pathways for people to purchase their own home. There are families that are struggling. They work really hard, but that should not deny them an opportunity to buy a home so that they can live in and they could raise their families. So as mayor, I will work to create opportunities for people to purchase their own homes, look at zoning to see how we can build more housing in our neighborhoods and affordable housing, looking at the AMI, the average median income, creating thresholds. Also, we have to control rent. The rent continues to rise. People can't afford to live here, so we have to control the rent. But you know what? It also goes back to education. We need to have quality schools where our kids are educating so that they can have better paying jobs, because there's a real equity gap as well. There's an equity gap amongst people of color, there's an equity gap amongst women. So a $20 minimum wage, $15 minimum wage is not enough. $20 minimum wage is not enough. I mean, look at the cost of gas or a gallon of milk. So we need to address the equity gap. We need to build more housing through zoning. We need to look at some of the programs that currently exist, like the housing bond. I hope to pass legislation to incentivize the development of more affordable housing, low to middle income. But more importantly, we need to prioritize the funding that we got from the ARPA funds, work with the state to build more housing and create opportunities for people to also purchase their first homes.